LG, Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. Today we will study the subject that is Control System Design, and in this subject we will study the three different topics. That is, the first topic is what? Is a controllable canonical form. Second topic, that is observable canonical form, and the third is that is a cascade, or we can say it's a series, and diagonal, or we can say it's a parallel canonical form. So one by one we will see how we can write the examples, or how we can write the state space equation using this different canonical form. So let's start our today's session. See, the example is this, that is for the transfer function, that is m of s, that equal to 10 upon s cube plus 8.5 s square plus 20.5 s plus 15. Now draw the state diagram and then write the state space representation using controllable and observable canonical form, cascade form, or third one is that is what? It's a diagonal form. See here, first state space representation, that is what? That is x dot that equal to ax plus bu and y that equal to cx plus du. So based on this transform function, we want to write down the state space equations. Now what is controllable and what is observable? Controllable, that means you can control each and every stage of the system. Because see, in a state space representation, what we are saying, we have a different state variables. If we can control each and every state variable, that means that system is what? As a controllable system. That we will see in our later section of this chapter, how we can say that this system is controllable, or we can say this is observable. We will see the theory related to controllable and observable, and then we will solve the example to check whether the system is controllable or observable or both, that is controllable as well as observable. But here in this, just you need to draw the state diagram and then you have to write down the equations using this different techniques. So let's start this. So first of all, we know that m of s, or you can say the transfer function is what? It's a output upon input. So output that I am just going to consider, that is y of s, and input that is what? It's a u of s. So m of s that equal to y of s upon u of s. Now here, see, to check, in the denominator, the maximum power of the s is what? It's a 3. So you just divide the numerator and denominator by s cube. Why s cube? Because the maximum power of the s in the denominator is 3. So in the numerator, I'll get 10 by s cube, and in the denominator here I'll get s cube by s cube, that is 1. Then see, here I am just writing minus sign and then minus 8.5 by s. So it will become minus plus. Why? Because you just remember our SFG, that is signal flow graph. In a signal flow graph, there is an equation of delta, if you remember. 1 minus individual loop plus 2 non-touching loop minus 3 non-touching loop, like that. But here we are just going to consider only the single loop. So in a single loop, the equation of the delta has become delta equal to 1 minus individual loop. So here I want minus sign. That's why I am writing 1 minus 8.5 by s minus 20.5 upon what? S cube. So it will become s squared, then minus 15 upon s cube. Now next, see, this is our equation. Now here, controllable canonical form. So first we will write these state space equations using controllable canonical form. So here first of all, what we want to draw the SFG, and in the SFG what we require the different nodes. So how we can calculate how many nodes is required? Maximum power of the S is here, what is a 3. So first is input, last is output, that is fixed. One is U, last one, this one is what? It's the output, that is Y. Now, one variable, one node is what? X3 dot. Then second is what? It's a x2 dot. then x1 dot and then x1. If I have the maximum power of the s that equal to 2, then I'll take the variable that is u, x2 dot, x1 dot and x1. Okay? Now here you have to specify that is x2 dot that equal to x3. How? For example, if I draw the x3 dot and then x3, then x2 dot. So between x3 and x2 dot, there is nothing. So we are saying it's a 1. So that is, recall that concept of dummy node. So here x2 dot and x3 is the same node. That's why we are saying that is x2 dot and x3. If you want to represent that as a different node, then the values between these two nodes is what? It's a 1. Similarly, x1 dot that equal to x2. Now, first of all, u2 x3 dot that is what? It's a 1. Then here, from x3 dot to x3, that is differentiation to this x3. To cancel out the differentiation, we need to take the integration. And the integration, Laplace of integration is what? It's a 1 by s. Similarly, from x2 dot to x2, here also 1 by s. x1 dot to x1, here also 1 by s. And finally, check the numerator, that is what? It's a tan. So here what I require, that is tan. Because this is what is my forward part. So when you multiply all this, see what you get? Tan upon s cube. That actually what is that? Right? So if it is a controllable canonical form, then the final value that you have to written over here. Now, for the denominator, what we will do? We will specify this single individual loop. See, the first is what? 8.5 here. So when you multiply this is become minus 8.5 by s. Then s square. So you just do this. You just multiply the loop. What you people are doing in SFG? The same thing. 1 by s multiplied by 1 by s multiplied by 20.5. So that gives me 20.5 by s square. Then the last one, that is this. See, this is completely reverse procedure that what we are doing in SFG. In a signal flow graph, from the signal flow graph, we are writing this transfer function. But now the transfer function is given to you. Based on this transfer function, you have to draw this graph. Okay? Now, based on this graph, what we will do? We will write the equation that is x1 dot here. x1 dot. From the x1 dot node, you just check the incoming error. There is only x1 dot that equal to what? Is a x2. Now x2 dot that equal to x3, that is already there, that what we assume. And then x3 dot. Now check the x3 dot. We have 4 incoming arrows. One that is from x1 that you have to multiply with the minus 15. Then from x2 that you have to multiply with minus 20.5. From x3 minus 8.5, and one is from the input, that is u. And for y, see the equation y have only one incoming, that is tan x1. So now based on this, we can easily write the state space equations. Right? x1 dot, x2 dot, x3 dot. Then first, check the first equation. In that only we have one x2. That's why the 0, 1, 0. In x2 dot only we have a x3. So x1 is 0, x2 is 0. In place of x3 we have a 1. Now in the x3 dot equation we have a minus 15, minus 20.5, minus 8.5, and then 0, 0, 1 and u. Now y that equal to what? Tan 0, 0, because only one x1, x1, x2, x3 and 0. If you are not writing this 0, then after it is all right. So this is only one canonical form. Now the second canonical form is what? Is an observable canonical form. So we will just take this equation as it is. Now here we will take the nodes. See here, to explain you here I am just taking the different node. You can use the whatever the node that we have used in a first, that is controllable canonical form. Same node you can use here. But to explain you, I am just taking the different node. That is C, x1 dot and then x1, x2 dot then x2, x3 dot then x3 and then y. But yes, in a controllable canonical form, you have to start with the x3 dot. But here, observable, we have to start with the x1 dot. This is the difference between controllable and observable. Now here, see here, as I told you earlier, in a controllable, here you are writing 10. But in an observable, first of there you have to write down 10. And from x1 dot to x1, it's a 1 by s. Then, as such, you do not have anything between x1 and x2 dot. That's why we are considering that as a 1. So you can write down that is x2 dot that equal to x1 because it's a dummy node. Whatever we are assuming x1, that x1 is nothing but it's a dummy node. Then similarly, x2 dot to x2 is a 1 by s. Then x2 and x3 is what? It's a dummy node. So it's a 1. Then x3 dot to x3 is 1 by s and finally it's a 1. Now this is forward path. If you multiply this, then you will get 10 by s cube. Now in the denominator, you have to represent the individual loop. That is here, the first, you have to start at the output side. Where in case of controllable, you have to start writing from the input side. And in observable, you have to start with the output side. This is the difference. So here we will start with here, that is minus 8.5, minus 20.5 and then minus 15. Now based on this, we have to write down the equation. That is x1 dot, that equal to what? It's a tan u minus 15x3. Because in the x1 dot, we have two incoming error. One is from the u, that you have to multiply with the tan, and another is from where? That is from the 50. x3, that is from the x3. So you have to multiply that with the x3. Similarly, x2 dot, we have two arrow. x1 that you have to multiply with the 1 and from x3 that you have to multiply with 20.5. Then x3 dot that equal to x2 minus 8.5 x3. And y that equal to what? x3 because it's a dummy node. Now based on this we can write down this as a state space equations. That is x1 dot, x2 dot, x3 dot that equal to 0, 1, 0. 0, 0, 1, then minus 15, minus 20.5, minus 8.5, x1, x2, x3, plus 10, 0, 0, u. And y that equal to 0, 0, 1, because x1 is 0, x2 is 0. Only I have a one element, that is x3. That is x1, x2 and x3. Now, next we will see the cascade form. See, the cascade form, that is what? Is a series form. So that is everything is in a multiplication. So what I have to do? I have to find out the roots of this equation. How I can find out the roots? So here as cube, that means I have to use trial and error method. So how we can use this trial and error method? So we will put different value of s and we will check whether this give me the answer 0 or not. If I put s equal to 0, answer is 15. And definitely for the positive value of s, never I'll get the answer 0 because all terms are in addition. So I'll try the negative value. So if I put s equal to minus 1, answer is 2. But if I put s equal to minus 1.5, then this give me the answer that equal to what? This is 0. Okay. So from this I came to know that the one root of this equation is minus 1.5. Now use the long division method. Then here first 0, 1, now you multiply 1 with the minus 1.5. So it's a minus 1.5, subtract this, you will get 7. Now you just multiply 7 with the minus 1.5, you will get minus 10.5. Answer is 10. Now you multiply 10 with the minus 1.5, you will get minus 15. And finally you will get 0. That means whatever the procedure you have done, that is correct. Now write down the one equation, that is s square plus 7s plus 10 and find out the roots of this. So that is 5 2s are 10 and 5 plus 2 that equal to 7. So s plus 5, s plus 2 that equal to 0. So the value of s is become minus 2 and minus 5. So here we have a true root minus 1.5, minus 2 and minus 5. So this is like this. So become m of s that equal to tan upon s plus 1.5, s plus 2 and s plus 5. Now here you just take the tan common. You have to here see you have to write down like this numerator and here 1 plus 1.5 by s. You just take the s common and just write down in the numerator like this 1 by s, then 1 plus 1 by 5s, then 1 by s, 1 plus 2 by s, then 1 by s, 1 plus 5 by s. That is you have to consider that as a secret bracket. Now next, like this, you have to consider the minus sign, you know very well, because for the SFG formula. So minus 1.5 by s. Now here this is the equation. Now based on this we will draw the signal flow graph. So here the u, then x3 dot x3, x2 dot x2, x1 dot x1 and y. So how we will write here? See, first of all you can write down tan, then from x3 dot to x3 same thing 1 by s. And there is no thing like x2 dot to x2 name, but here x3 dot x3 to x2 dot. So that is a dummy node. Consider that as a 1. Now write down the individual loop like this. See, that is minus 1 upon s and minus 1.5. Similarly here you just write down minus 2 and minus 5. Now if you write the transfer function based on that, then you will get the same transfer function. Now based on this you just write down the equation, that is x1 dot that equal to x2 minus 5x1, x2 dot that equal to minus 2x2 plus x3 and x3 dot that equal to what? It's a 1.5 x3 plus 10 and y that equal to x1. Now based on this we want to write down the state space equation. This is the state space equation, that is x1 dot x2 dot x3 dot minus 5 1 0 0 minus 2 1 0 0 minus 1.5 x1 x2 x3 0 0 10 and u, and y equal to 1 0 0 x1 x2 x3 and 0. Now next, that is diagonal form, or we can say it's a parallel form. So here you have to consider that as an addition. So a upon s plus 1.5, b upon s plus 2, c upon s plus 5. That is, and find out the value of a, b and c. That is, if we solve this and if we put s equal to minus 1.5, we will get 5.71. Here if we put that, we will get 6.67. And here we will get, that is 0.95. Okay, just you need to find out the value of ABC. You can use any method to find out the ABC. Now substitute this in this. And then finally we will write the diagonal form based on observable and based on canonical. So here you have to write the node like this because it's a parallel connection. You cannot write in a single line. So u, y, x1 dot x, x2 dot x2, x3 dot x3 like this. So first of all, it is observable. That means whatever you are writing, that you have to specify a big input sign. So first 5.71, then minus 6.67 and 0.95. And here obviously it's a 1 by s, 1 by s, 1 by s. And finally it's a 1. Now you just place the loop, that is minus 1.5, minus 2 and minus 5. Now based on this you can write down the state space equation. x1 dot that equal to minus 1.5 x1 plus 5.71 u, x2 dot that is 2 incoming error, that is one is from minus 2 x2, another is from minus 6.67 u, x3 dot that equal to minus 5 x3 plus 0.95 u, and y having a 3 incoming error, that is x1, x2 and x3. Now based on that you can easily write down this matrix. Now next, that is diagonal form based on the controllable canonical form. So this is our equation, here this is the node, but here 1 by s, but everything that you have to specify at the output side. Rest of the thing is same. Okay, this is only the difference. Now based on this, just write down the equation, that is x1 dot equal to minus 1.5 x1 plus u, x2 dot equal to minus 2 x2 plus u, x3 dot that equal to minus 5 x3 plus u, and y equal to 5.71 x1 minus 6.67 x2 and 5 x3. Now based on this, we can write down this matrix. Right? So this is all about the series, canonical form, parallel, or we can say diagonal, controllable and observable canonical form. So I hope this session is clear. Thank you.